Up Show, episode 39.5. Go with that. Tokyo Game Show 2014 discussion show. There was a lot of cool stuff, actually. I was surprised. When it first started off, Tokyo Game Show was like, man, Japan is lacking. Recently, they don't have the power, the presence that they used to have in the gaming industry. But then after that first initial Sony conference, which was really lacking, there was a whole bunch of trailers that started popping up, like Final Fantasy 15, like Type 0 HD, like Metal Gear Solid, and more. We'll be going into a bunch of them throughout the show. A lot of that stuff looked really cool, and it actually turned out Tokyo Game Show was a great show this year. Up there with E3 and Gamescom, in my opinion. And the best part is that we still have something to look forward to, potentially, with Sony having an announcement planned for Sunday in Japan, something that they're kind of teasing as a really big announcement, something that is going to make people in Japan jump on and buy a PS4, supposedly, is what they're saying. They're also kind of talking about it as if it's a 20th anniversary celebration of Sony and PlayStation. So what does that mean exactly? We'll be talking about that throughout the show, and maybe I'll open up a poll later on with what you might want this secret game to be, whether it's Crash Bandicoot or Final Fantasy VII Remake or the game that will not be named. I think Michael maybe referenced it in the chat room a few times tonight, and you might know what I'm talking about. We decided not to say its name anymore. We're trying not to, for fear of it running away. So let's see what's going on. We got F. Moran in the room. We got Gangsta. We got Giant Monsters. And, of course, iHas Games. Thank you guys so much for coming in tonight. Mike, make sure that you post our Skype throughout the entire show, because Skype is going to remain open, guys. I'm going to be taking calls all night long. So right now, it's ready to go. We can talk about anything, but specifically Tokyo Game Show, of course. But anybody who's new in here, this is the Level Up Show, a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, but we also have these little mini episodes sprinkled throughout the week every now and then. Just me tonight. I'm Andrew. I'll be with you for the next 2 hours, potentially, probably. And as I said, we'll be talking Tokyo Game Show. So I think we'll get right into a trailer. Let's start off. Yes, the signs are real. I have the power of holograms. Alright, so right off the bat, I think you guys know what this is. This is Bloodborne, new Tokyo Game Show trailer. Let's take a look at it real quick. Now there's one specific thing in this trailer that you do, for sure. And you might pick up on it throughout it. Awesome hat right there. But you also see a lot of these characters are different designs. There you go. Your first look at what seems to be co-op mode. Terrifying final monster right there, too, by the way. The hunt begins February 6, 2015. Not that far away at all. Pretty awesome looking. I think Miyazaki fans, Demon Souls, Dark Souls fans should be really excited for Bloodborne and this new, what seems to be a co-op mode. I would love to know what you guys think about that. You know, we've always had this kind of like anonymous multiplayer in Dark Souls and Demon Souls where you can leave behind things and stuff like that, but this seems to be the first time that they're really going all out with co-op mode, with different characters, with your own design, your own costume, all that kind of stuff, which looks really cool. I want to know what you guys think. So let's check the chat room. Guys, also, if you want to call in, please do. It is the Level Up Show on Skype. Level Up Show spelled exactly how it sounds. Thank you for coming into the show. We're up to 10 now. This is the Level Up Show, a gaming dedicated talk show, and we are currently discussing Tokyo Game Show. We're taking calls on Skype. The Level Up Show is our ID, no spaces, spelled exactly how it sounds. Cool Kid Miles. It is just me tonight. Mike has a meat coma. He was out to dinner. Kristen is at work. Mark is as busy as well. They might pop into the chat room at some point tonight, but just me. GJB Ferk says, how is much are this things? Not sure what that means. I can't decipher that one. Giant Monster says, I like the pace of the game. Yeah, it's a little different than Dark and Demon Souls for sure. Dark and Demon Souls kind of has this back and forth, this parry and attack, but Bloodborne seems to be much more action-oriented. You're just going right at it, a lot more fast-paced, and different weapon types too. But even the hammer, the big hulking hammer that he was swinging at one point in the trailer, had some speed to it. It wasn't like really slow. So there's definitely a faster pace to Bloodborne than we saw in Demon Souls and Dark Souls. I'm happy about that. Demon Souls and Dark Souls just kind of weren't my cup of tea. I know that is probably blasphemy to a lot of people. There's so many diehard fans of the Souls games, but this is just kind of more my cup of tea. So I might pick this up in February, depending on what else is around that time. I know we've got Evolve around that time. We've got The Order around that time. So it just depends on what else I'm playing. Is this like a hybrid between the two games? I don't think so, really. I feel like it's just an evolution. I feel like Demon Souls to Dark Souls was already an evolution, and this is just the next step. It seems a little bit more accessible, and that I don't want to scare people away with that, Dark and Demon Souls fans, because Miyazaki does say it stays true to that difficulty and the brutality of the other games, but there is going to be an accessibility of this game that we didn't see in the other two. So what that means exactly, I'm not sure yet. Maybe that means the co-op mode. Maybe because you have two people playing at the same time, you can help each other out. That might really change up the pace and the difficulty. We're just gonna have to wait and see. There's a lot of gameplay coming out though, and let's get into that a little bit. Here's a little bit of gameplay from Bloodborne for you guys to watch while we potentially wait for some calls. Just a shout out, I grabbed this from IGN. This was an off-screen demo that I saw on there. How much money are the floating things? They are free with the Playroom. Absolutely free. Outlaw says, what's up, dude? Any word on Elder Scrolls Online for PS4? No official word on the release date as far as I know. I mean, I could be wrong on that, but I haven't seen anything. Thanks for coming in, whoever just joined. We're up to 16 now. That's awesome. This is a Level Up Show, a gaming dedicated talk show, and we are currently discussing Tokyo Game Show 2014, specifically Bloodborne, which is on the screen right now. This is a little bit of gameplay from on the floor. This is off-screen footage that IGN captured. Toon, I am doing well. How are you doing, man? Guys, also real quick, you might see the charity link in there. That is for our Extra Life 2014 charity. That goes towards Children's Hospital Philadelphia, specifically for us, but it's Children's Miracle Network throughout the entire United States. But if you want to donate any money towards Children's Hospital Philadelphia, just follow that link. We would really appreciate it. And on October 25th, we will be doing a 24-hour straight marathon of the Level Up Show and gaming streams to raise money towards Extra Life. Pustilled Scab says, Drew, did you happen to take a look at the story I tweeted you? That 8-bit and current-bit game seems cool. I did take a look at that, and that does seem really cool how you can kind of switch back and forth between modern and 8-bit. That's a really cool idea that I'm surprised hasn't really been tackled in more games than this one. Thank you for sharing that, though. That's really cool. Pack Leader, this is a new set. This is the second time that we've shown it off. This past Sunday was the first time that we revealed the new studio for the Level Up Show. 20 people, that is awesome. Thank you so much for coming in, guys. Skype is open, guys. If you want to call in, please do. It is the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. Drew, is there anything new from TGS that has not already been covered? I haven't covered a few things. I haven't covered Final Fantasy 15 yet, or Final Fantasy Agito Plus, Final Fantasy Type 0 HD. We are in Bloodborne right now, but there was also an Evil Within trailer, some new Metal Gear Solid 5 stuff. We're going to be talking it all throughout the night. So just stick with me. I'll make sure you're informed of all the current news coming out of Tokyo Game Show 2014. Metal Gear. Kazua wants to see Metal Gear. We are going to get into that very soon. Don't worry. We've got the new trailer, and we also have a really long gameplay session that I'm going to play. It's 25 minutes long, and I'm just going to let it run. And during that time, I'm really hoping that we can get some calls. What do I think of the new Silent Hill as well? We also have a new trailer for that we'll be talking about later. But I played PT, Playable Teaser, as it was called, and I thought it was phenomenal. Just one of the best ways I've ever seen to announce a game. Completely took me by surprise. I have my full playthrough up on YouTube. On the sign there, you can check out our YouTube. But I played that game for like 3 hours, and I had a good probably 100 people in the stream helping me out, especially with that final puzzle. And when we found out what it was, when we saw Norman Reedus playing the main character, I was just blown away. Especially that Hideo Kojima and Guillermo del Toro are both attached. Really exciting. I'm a huge fan of Hideo Kojima, obviously with Metal Gear, but I'm also a huge Del Toro fan with Pan's Labyrinth, Hellboy, and more. Just amazing director, amazing creature design from Del Toro, and I know he's going to use that ability in this game. I think it's going to be phenomenal. I'm really curious if it's going to be first person or third person. That's something we can talk later on in the show, and maybe I can get you guys' opinion on that one. What would you rather it be, first person or third person with Silent Hills? Jay Wiz, you really put some time into this. We take this seriously. This is a huge passion of mine, and Mike, and Kristen, and Mark. We have a full cast here on Sundays if you want to check us out. If you want to make sure that you don't miss any episode of The Level Up Show, just make sure you go on our twitch.tv/The Level Up Show and heart the show, follow the show. If you do that, you'll get email notifications whenever we go live. We cover all the big gaming industry news, but we also take calls from you guys. We talk about a topic of the week. Then we do something called a Wild Game Appears, where we take a big game coming out soon and we really get down nitty and gritty into it. So check out all of our archives on YouTube. Everything's up on our YouTube for you to check out from the last 10 months that we've done the show. So there you go. That was Bloodborne gameplay right there. Jay Wiz, we've been doing it for 10 months. That's right. Thank you, Mike. The Order. You want to see The Order? I think I have that much later in the stream of trailers, but we'll get into that. Bloodborne or The Order says, how about we, let me see if I can put up a poll for you guys. We'll go between Bloodborne and The Order. Let me just move this sign first. I'll put a sign on the upper left. If I can, jeez. See if I can find it. There it is. Does that work for you guys? There we go. Okay, so we got our sign up there. Now we can put up a poll instead of this one on the bottom left. Let's see what we got in the chat room here. Damn, the 1-year anniversary is coming up. Yeah, are you guys excited for that? What do you think it's going to be? Because PlayStation has one big announcement left for Tokyo Game Show coming on Sunday, and it's supposed to be celebrating their 20th anniversary. A lot of people are talking about it potentially being TLG, the game that will not be named. They're trying not to say the name of it, just because we're so just superstitious of that game leaving. We got a good 20 people in the room right now. Thank you so much for coming in, guys. Let's see if I can get a poll up. Here we go. All right. So, Bloodborne or The Order? Which one are you guys more looking forward to? Which game? Bloodborne or The Order, 1886? There you guys go. So go ahead and vote throughout the night. I'll change the poll later on. But there you go. Which one? Which game are you more looking forward to? Bloodborne or The Order? Got Serpentine in here. Hanson, everyone else is busy. Mike is in the chat room with you guys, though. His name is Classy Douchebag. So please check him out. Let's move on to the next trailer from Tokyo Game Show 2014. I'm not even sure what's next. I kind of forget. Okay, Capcom. So this is Deep Down. Free-to-play game coming to PS4 sometime in the future. Has a little bit of Assassin's Creed thing going on, where you kind of like put yourself into the past or into this like virtual reality.
Ave, friend. Can you hear my voice? To touch something.
King Chevrolet says Destiny blows. There's some mixed opinions on Destiny for sure.
Something has your heart rate going. Are you awake?
There you go. So you can see AD 2094 there. This is kind of the Assassin's Creed thing going on here,
Mementos.
where he kind of goes into the Animus in a way. There you go. Now he's back in like a medieval fantasy setting.
Let him pass.
Kind of curious on how it's going to develop, especially since it's a free-to-play
This one's
game.
a Corby. An envoy come from lands distant.
Drew, when are you going to do the Vault of Glass? I have no idea. I still need to get into Destiny a lot more than I have. So, probably not anytime soon.
It waits beyond.
Welcome, guys. Got 32 people in the room. Thank you so much for coming in. This is a Level Up Show, a gaming-dedicated talk show, and we're talking Tokyo Game Show, specifically Deep Down. This is the new trailer from the show, showing some new gameplay.
None who walk these
Looks really good. Graphically, not quite as good as that reveal trailer, I have to say, but still does look great.
must
Thank you for the friend request.
of this place. Of what befell it.
I mean, what is this? Some kind of virtual theme park? A movie promo?
There you go. Deep Down. Rush, the rest of the crew is not here, but we have Mike in the chat room with you guys, so just check him out. He's a classy douchebag. When are you doing the 24-hour stream? We are doing the 24-hour stream to raise money for Extra Life on October 25th from 8 a.m. on the 25th to 8 a.m. on the 26th. So look forward to that. We're going to be streaming all day with Level Up Show, with gaming streams like Destiny, probably Drive Club as well. It's going to be a lot of cool stuff that day. We're going to try and get a lot of guests on the show. All different kind of stuff. Let me turn down the light a little bit. It's a little bright, isn't it? Welcome to the Level Up Show. Whoever just joined, we're up to 35 now. Thank you so much for coming in, guys. Please remember that our Skype is active. You can call in right now. Let me make sure it's online just because we haven't gotten any calls. Yes, I'm available on Skype, guys. You can call in at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. Mike will continue to post it throughout the night for you to check out. Thank you, Superman. I'm glad you like the new room. We worked very hard on it. Also to Asthmatic and Flaco, thank you so much, guys. Really worked hard on the new studio. Put a lot of work into it. You can't even see the full thing right now. We've got like figurines over here that you can't see. That's a Journey artwork right now, a limited edition Journey artwork that you can't really see because of the glare. But we've got The Last of Us over here. We've got Zelda over here. We've got Final Fantasy. We got Cloud and Sephiroth on the shelves. We got Cloud right here on his Harley Daytona, the bike. All right, let's move on to the next trailer since we're not getting any calls. What is next? Sony Computer Entertainment, Drive Club. Got a little bit of new footage of Drive Club here. Game looks just stunning. Guys, you got to check out some of the stuff that's released on YouTube recently with the weather effects, the snow effects, the rain effects, daytime and nighttime dynamic. It's just unbelievable looking, this game. This is the new trailer from the show. Asthmatic, we will get to the new Silent Hills trailer, don't worry. We've got an order to things here. Just make sure you stay in here and we'll get to all the games you want to talk about. Rush, can't wait for Drive Club, and Racer, I don't think is looking forward to Drive Club. I think it looks great. I can't wait to try out the PlayStation Plus version. I might even buy the full retail version if I like it enough. Welcome. Thank you for joining the stream. This is the Level Up Show. Got a lot of people voting for the order. Make sure you use the the interaction button, guys, if you want to vote on which game you're looking forward to more, Bloodborne or The Order. So there you go, Drive Club. Really cool trailer there. I'm telling you though, look at the new gameplay that's come out. There's a lot of like 10-minute stuff on YouTube, some 25-minute stuff even, because a lot of people are leaking of footage from the beta that is currently active, and it looks so freaking good. Yeah, a lot of people going towards The Order. VS Later, thank you so much. We appreciate you coming in, man. We do this for you guys. We really do. It's also fun for us, obviously, but we want to put on the best show possible for you guys. We want to entertain you guys. We want to inform you guys and talk with you guys, because we look at the hardcore gamer as a community, obviously. A lot of guys that are coming in here are hardcore gamers, and we want to talk with you guys about what you're excited about, especially with Tokyo Game Show this past week. Still going on until Sunday. We got a huge announcement coming from Sony potentially on Sunday that is going to be a celebration of their 20th anniversary. What do you guys think that's going to be? I'll change the poll later on. Do you think it's going to be Crash Bandicoot? Do you think it's going to be a Final Fantasy VII Remake, as crazy as that would be? There could be a lot of cool stuff. Bloodborne. All right, I'm going to check out the poll, guys. Let's see, because it seems like almost everybody's voting for Bloodborne right now. Let's see. Here are the results for which game you guys are more looking forward to. Never mind, it's not working. Doesn't seem to be working, at least. No, it's not working. Alright. That's weird. I know you guys are voting. Alright, that's a bummer. They're very sad that they can't vote. Alright, that sucks. I'm just going to turn that off then, since it doesn't seem to be working. Put back up the normal sign. So you can see The Last of Us, the poster in the background, which I think is awesome. That artwork is done by, it's fan art actually, that Last of Us poster right now. You can find it on DeviantArt. Just look up like LE Giraffe. He has a high resolution image for download, and I had it printed out, but it's awesome. So I definitely really appreciate that. Let's move on to the next trailer. Are there going to be free game trials for most PS4 games? There hasn't been so far, but hopefully in the future there will be. So here we go. This is Final Fantasy Type 0 HD. You see a huge upgrade in resolution there up to 1080p, but it also looks really smooth. It looks like it's 60 frames per second. Really did a great job updating it for the PS4 and Xbox One. People were really surprised when, thank you for the Twitch heart, I just heard that. People were really surprised with this being a PS4 and Xbox One port, because it was originally released on the PSP back in 2011, way back. So it's a huge surprise that they decided to not go for like Vita and instead went all the way for PS4 and Xbox One for next gen. That's pretty crazy. But I'm happy about it because we never got to play it over here in America. It was never localized for us. So now we finally get to play it up-resed, higher resolution, higher frame rate on PS4 and Xbox One. And the best part of it all is that it's going to come with a Final Fantasy 15 demo called Episode Duske or Duske. I'm not sure how you say it exactly, but it's going to cover the opening moments of Final Fantasy 15, which also had an amazing trailer we're about to get to very soon. What is the highest quality headset for the PS4 right now? All I know of is the gold headset that is the Sony, sponsored headset. I heard it's decent. I didn't hear it's amazing, but I think it's like really the best you can get right now on PS4 until there's some third parties that release something better. There's also the silver PlayStation headset that's coming soon. That's a wired one though, as opposed to the gold headset, which is wireless. So there you go. That was Final Fantasy Type 0 HD, which I said comes with the Final Fantasy 15 demo in March. Everyone was really surprised about that. When is Final Fantasy being released for PS4? Final Fantasy Type 0 is in March. Final Fantasy 15, that might be the end of 2015, but we don't know for sure yet. We are getting a demo in March with Type 0 HD, though. What do you guys oh, here we go. We're getting a call from Tanner Casey. Let's take it. See if we can connect here. Tanner, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
You are on the Level Up show, man.
Oh, nice.
Nice. So what do you want to talk about today?
Nice. Well, there's some games that I've been looking to buy.
Okay.
Hold on, my friends are making me laugh. I'm in a Steam call. What do you think about Dark Souls 2? I know this has nothing to do, but I just want your opinion.
Okay.
Dark Souls 2, I'm thinking about getting Borderlands the pre-sequel. And that's about it.
Okay.
So what do you think about those games?
Well, Dark Souls, I was talking about this earlier, because Dark Souls and Demon Souls just kind of didn't connect with me, and I'm more looking forward to Bloodborne than I was towards those games, because it looks a little bit more fast-paced and action-oriented. Do you have a PS4?
No, I don't.
Okay, you don't have a PS4. All right, because the Bloodborne is coming to PS4, obviously. But Dark Souls 2, I mean, have you played Demon Souls? Have you played Dark Souls 1?
I played Demon Souls on my PS3.
Dark Souls is a little bit more accessible than Demon Souls. I think it's not quite as crazy, brutal, challenging. It has like bonfires and stuff, which are more of like waypoints for you to travel between. But it reviewed incredibly well. I mean, it was a great capper for the PS3 generation. So I know that it's a great game. If you're into Demon Souls, I know that you'll be into Dark Souls. Thank you for the Twitch follow, by the way. But when it comes to Borderlands, the pre-sequel, that one I'm not so sure about. I know Borderlands 2, Mike is a huge fan of it. He's my co-host who's here on Sundays, and he's in the chat room. He's a huge fan of Borderlands. But the pre-sequel kind of just seems really odd. It doesn't quite make sense to me. Like, I don't know why they're doing it. Like, Destiny is kind of a little bit like Borderlands in a way, actually. With the way like it has loot and the way it upgrades, and it has that kind of first-person RPG thing going on. So I'm not that excited about Borderlands the pre-sequel, to be honest with you. I would go for Dark Souls 2 if I were you.
Okay, and have you played Borderlands, the first and second one?
I played 2, a little bit with Mike. He's the bigger fan of that, to be honest with you, but I enjoyed what I played at Borderlands.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
I think it's a really cool game.
That's cool. Yeah, I was just wondering, because, you know, Christmas is around the corner.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if I could add you to my wish list.
Add what?
I was wondering if I could add you to my wish list.
Add me to your wish list? What does that mean?
Well, I mean, just like you a lot.
All right, that's cool, man. Thanks so much, but I'm gonna get out of this call before it goes in a bad direction. See you later,
Okay,
man.
nice talking to you.
See ya. We get some weird calls every now and then, but I still say I think you should go for Dark Souls 2, man. I think that's the better of the two, but pre-sequel's not out yet, so really can't say for sure. Dark Souls 2 had great reviews. Pre-sequel might have good reviews. We have to wait and see on that one. All right, let's see what's going on in the chat room. Troll fail. Says Clashy Douchebag. All right, DS2 is a lot more accessible, says VS Later. Yep. That's what I hear. I didn't play Dark Souls 2, but I did hear that it's a little bit more accessible than Demon Souls and even Dark Souls 1. Racer says that he did not care for Borderlands, though. King Chevrolet, classy show, nice set. Thanks so much, King Chevrolet. All right, let's go on to the next trailer, guys. Thanks for the call, though. From Tanner. So we'll let this footage play here. This is a little bit of Type 0 HD footage for you to watch while we talk about some other things. Once again, Type 0 HD coming out in March for PS4 and Xbox One. It comes with an exclusive demo for Final Fantasy 15, which we're going to get the trailer for very soon. Type 0 HD has like a card-type battle system, and has an open world, has airships, has chocobos. It's a little bit more of like an old-school Final Fantasy, actually. And I'm really excited that we're going to get to play it finally. I think you have 12 playable characters. Well, they all go to a school. Kind of has that kind of Final Fantasy VIII Volume Garden thing going on, where they're mercenaries from a school. Harry Potter kind of thing going on as well. Cool Casual Gamer, I'm sorry that the stream is freezing on you. I hope it's not the case for everyone else. What a loser caller. I have no idea what kind of caller that was, but his opening questions were fine from Tanner. So thanks for calling in, Tanner. Make the dog do tricks. V Slater, where can you donate? If you want to donate, anybody who wants to donate, it's right there on the sign, actually. It's streamtip.com/T/the Level Up Show. And you can donate. The minimum, I think, is $1. If you guys want to donate $1, we appreciate that. We put a lot of work into the show. We just recreated the show with the new set, and we really put a lot of heart and soul into that. So if you want to help us out in improving the show even further, you can go on streamtip.com/T/the Level Up Show, and you can donate whatever you see fit. Do not feel obligated to do that. Obviously, we would appreciate it, but we don't want to push you guys to do that. That's why we don't really name the stream tip too often unless somebody brings it up. As Mubot just posted in the chat room as well, you can check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/The Level Up Show, level spelled LVL. We archive everything on YouTube for you to check out throughout the week. We divided it up into mini segments that are more easily consumable for you guys. But please subscribe to our YouTube so you get notified whenever we put a new video up. I would call in, but I don't have Skype. That's all right, Racer. Glad you're in here. Eastside Nino says, what's going on? We are talking Tokyo Game Show right now. This is a Level Up show. We're a gaming dedicated talk show. Mike is my co-host. He's in the chat room with you guys tonight. He's classy douchebag, so talk with him. Maybe feed him some questions that he can feed over to me. But if you want to call in, Skype is live. You can call in at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds. No spaces. We would love to talk with you guys. Oh, thanks so much, V Slater. You know what? I will open up the stream tip alerter just in case anybody does donate. I want to make sure that I get notified so I can... Why can I not? There we go. That is my new desktop wallpaper, too, from Final Fantasy 15. I love this wallpaper. Really gives that road trip feel. All right, so I'm going to open up the stream tip alerter so I can make sure that it notifies me whenever somebody donates. That should open up any second. All right. Hi from Venezuela, from Daniel. Welcome, man. Really glad to have you here. Will God Eater 2 ever come to the U.S.? I don't think it will, to be honest with you. I don't think that would perform so well over here. God Eater 2 really didn't perform that well even in the U.S., the first one. So I really don't see that happening, to be honest with you. I wouldn't expect that. You could import it from Japan, but, you know, you'll have that language barrier. All alone tonight, that's right. Boombaya. You guys have a room dedicated finally to the Level Up Show. That is right. Oh, Madirk. We have a new showroom, a new studio. We just revealed it this past Sunday. Put a lot of work into it, and we're really proud of it. Man, I'm still laughing at that Skype call. That was hilarious, this pack leader. Yeah, I had no idea how to respond to the end of that call. Sorry, Tanner. Really just did not know what to say to that. Do you know when another God of War game is coming out for PS4? I have a feeling next E3 is going to be the big announcement for the next God of War. They're working on it. I wouldn't be surprised if Cory Barlog is working on it. He was brought over back into Sony Santa Monica this past year, and he was the director on God of War 2, which many consider the best God of War. So I really hope he's attached with God of War 4. I hope it has a little bit of a reboot feel to it, maybe with Kratos, but in a different mythology, or maybe a new character entirely. They need to freshen that series up, get rid of the multiplayer. We don't care about it. God of War is a cinematic, brutal single-player experience. Devote yourself entirely 100% to that. Nobody cares about multiplayer. That is why Ascension did not do well for you. Also because Ascension was not a mainline series entry. It did not have a number, a Roman numeral at the end of it, and that just automatically turns everyone off. It makes it feel like it's not as important, kind of like Gears of War Judgment. That didn't do well either. So God of War 4, make sure it has a Roman numeral. Make sure it's fresh. Do not rehash the last three. That's my opinion, at least. Thoughts on Advanced Warfare, says I beat her kitty. Nice name. I think Advanced Warfare looks really cool. It has definitely some concerning parts to it with the boosting and the really kind of over-the-top sci-fi advanced warfare feel. I don't know how that's going to go about in the multiplayer and if that could break the balance, but that's up to them. I mean, Sledgehammer, we got a new developer now on Call of Duty. We've got like a Triforce now with Sledgehammer, and who else? We got Treyarch and we got Infinity Ward. 3 different studios having 3-year development cycles on Call of Duty. That's better for the series. I'm excited to see what Sledgehammer does with it because they did Dead Space, and I think everybody here likes Dead Space, I would think. So I'm optimistic. Kevin Spacey, come on, can't go wrong there. House of Cards, Kevin Spacey, going to be a great potential villain. I'm not sure exactly if he's going to be a straightforward villain or kind of more just sinister. I'm not sure. Should all games have multiplayer? We've talked about this before. Hell no. I do not think all games should have multiplayer because, to be honest with you, I am a much more single-player focused gamer. Mike is more multiplayer focused. He loves doing co-op and going online in Destiny and stuff like that. I like playing by myself. I'm like an old school RPG fan. I like a really long single-player experience like Final Fantasy, like Elder Scrolls. Even if it's 15 hours like Uncharted and The Last of Us, that is like my bread and butter. I really don't think that multiplayer should be forced into anything. If somebody wants to devote themselves entirely to a single-player experience, I think they should be allowed to do that. I feel like Arkham Knight is kind of doing that. They're going to have probably their like arena maps and stuff like that, but it seems like they're devoting themselves towards next gen, towards a single-player experience, and I appreciate that. I think that's awesome. I hope more games do that. That's why I kind of really enjoy the indie scene, because a lot of the indie stuff is this short 3-hour single-player experience that I can really devote myself to, get personally invested in. I think that's really cool. I hope more and more that happens in the future. There's always going to be a space for the multiplayer co-op thing, and I enjoy that every now and then, but I hope that doesn't take over. Thank you for the Twitch hearts and follows, guys. Let me acknowledge our 3 Twitch hearts tonight so far have been GJB Ferk, Serpentine, and Jehovah Combat. Thank you 3 for your Twitch hearts / follows tonight. If anybody follows me, I will be alerted. You guys will be alerted with a little 1-up ding. So please go on twitch.tv / The Level Up Show and make sure you heart us so that you get notifications whenever the show goes live. Let's move on to our next Tokyo Game Show trailer. I think this might be... Okay, this is Agito Plus, which is actually coming to Vita. This was a mobile game originally, but coming to Vita now, so Vita does get something from Final Fantasy. Real quirky trailer, kind of took me by surprise with like the music. So there you go, it's coming to Vita. They actually, Sony specifically, showed a lot of love for the Vita over the past couple days, more than I was really expecting. Vita does decent over there, as opposed to how it does in America. Vita is almost dead over here, but in Japan, it's doing pretty well. Let's look at the chat room here. Will we ever see another Red Dead Redemption? I don't think it'll be called Red Dead Redemption. It'll be like Red Dead Revenge or Red Dead... I don't know. What do you guys think? It's going to be something with an R, right? Because there's Red Dead Revolver, Red Dead Redemption. What is this one going to be called? Is it Red Dead Revenge, Red Dead... Thank you for the Twitch heart. The Twitch heart there was from V Slater. Thank you so much for your Twitch heart, man. Really appreciate that. Also trying to donate to us tonight. You're awesome. Really, really love all of our fans, but especially those who follow and donate. You guys are the best. Fog of War was Sledgehammer's canceled Vietnam COD. What's it called? Fog of War. I didn't know that. Yeah, they got about 6 months into development on a third-person Vietnam Call of Duty before they were pulled off of it. Once again, thank you for the Twitch heart. From Prio. I'm not sure how to say it, but thank you so much for your Twitch heart. Really appreciate that. Red Dead Revelations. That's a good one. I like that. We got Derek in here. Thank you so much for coming in, Derek. Red Dead bad. No, as I said, it's going to definitely start with an R, I have a feeling. I love Red Dead Redemption. I think Red Dead Redemption is one of the best games of last generation, up there with The Last of Us, up there with Journey and the Uncharted series, Metal Gear Solid, all of them. I think that Red Dead was one of the best games last generation. All right, guys, I'm going to turn up the volume for this one because I think the next trailer is my favorite trailer from Tokyo Game Show. You might guess what it is. Here we go. 15, everybody! Graphics are phenomenal. Got some new gameplay here. Look at that. That was beautiful. Oh, here's that music from Yoko Shimomura. This music is amazing. Thank you for the quick heart. Goblins, old school goblins. Thank you for the friend request. Here we go. It's been a long time coming. Almost there. Oh my god, finally. Will it be next year? Final Fantasy 15. Free demo coming with Final Fantasy Agito, or not Agito, Type 0 HD. So excited about that. Let's acknowledge a few things first. Twitch, we got a couple more follows from Mr. Crad and from Mean Muggin. Thank you guys for your Twitch hearts. Really appreciate those. All right, so we got a few Red Dead. We got Red Dead Revival. We got Red Dead. Oh, somebody just donated. Who donated to us? Let's check it out. We got $4 from B Slater. Thank you so much, man. Probably more than that. You probably donated $5, but of course PayPal takes a portion of that. But thank you so much to V Slater for your donation to the show, man. That's the first we've ever had. Our first donation ever. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Drew, check your tweets. All right, hold on a sec, Racer. Let's check the tweets. All right. Got a tweet from Racer. We got any other Red Deads in here? I saw Red Dead Revival, and I saw Red Dead Rainbow Cats. I thought that was a really good one. I like that. All right, let's see. What did I get from Dylan here? Dylan, Drive Club looks good, but it can't compare to Project Cars. Project Cars does look phenomenal. I agree. There will be another Red Dead, and you will play as the son from Red Dead Redemption. Is that your theory? I don't think so. I think that they closed off Red Dead Redemption in the perfect way by showing that the son followed the footsteps of his father, and his father worked so hard at the end to try and, thank you for the friend request, to try and give his son a different life, but it failed. And his son became exactly what his father didn't want him to become, and it was a sad ending, but it was poignant and it was powerful. And I feel like that's exactly where it's supposed to end. You kill the man at the end of Red Dead Redemption by the son's hand, and then it just flashes Red Dead Redemption. And I think that's perfect. So I don't think they should go with the son anymore. Go with an entirely new story within the Western genre. But that's my opinion. You might disagree, Dylan. But thank you for tweeting at us. All right, let me jump back into my PlayStation app. Let's check out our PSN friend requests, because I know we've gotten a few of them. Got a lot of Twitch follows. All right. Here are our PSN friend requests, guys. Got 4 of them so far. We got one from Albert92 Rocker, Andy I Forgot, Aunt Tweezy, and King Smiley. Thank you so much, guys, for your PSN friend requests. If you guys want to friend request me, I am Drew M1788. It's on the sign right there. Really quickly, we got over 70 people in the room now. This is the Level Up Show. It's a gaming dedicated talk show on every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We do mini episodes like this one throughout the week every now and then. Right now, we're talking about Tokyo Game Show 2014. We're playing trailers. We're taking calls. Anybody who wants to call in, please do. On Skype at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds. If you want to follow us to make sure you don't miss Sunday's episode, on the sign right there, twitch.tv/The Level Up Show. Go on there and heart us, follow us, make sure you get notifications whenever we go live. You can also go on Twitter at The Level Up Show, level spelled LVL, and follow us. Like us on Facebook. Go on youtube.com/The Level Up Show, level spelled LVL, and subscribe so that you get all the archival footage of The Level Up Show. We put everything on there for you to watch if you miss it. Let's go back to the chat room. All right. Metal Gear Solid 5, is it great Fox or Big Boss? As everyone is saying, it is Big Boss towards the end before he really goes full-on villain. I have a feeling this one is going to be the one that breaks him. He's going to do some terrible stuff in this one, I'm pretty sure. That's going to show his, his entrance into the dark side. 2 CODs with zombies is gonna COD. Yeah, is this one going to have zombies too? I heard something about robot zombies. I don't know if that was a rumor. You guys been hard at work since the PS4 launch. About time. Thank you, V Slater, once again for your donation to the show. All right, let's move on to the next trailer, guys. Here we go. Here's a cinematic trailer for Metal Gear Solid 5. This shows off some of the abilities of the new character Quiet. You can see based on the trailer here that she has some type of teleportation ability. Now this is her entering onto Outer Heaven, the mother base of Big Boss. She's able to just remove the handcuffs, no problem right there. Now a lot of people are getting on Hideo Kojima on the way that this character is designed, how revealing she is, but Hideo Kojima keeps on assuring us that there's a reason behind her attire, that it's going to have importance to the story. I don't know if that's going to be true, but we'll see. Bakery Dude, what do you think of The Crew? Not really the one I'm looking forward to the most. I'm more interested in something like Project Cars and Drive Club. Drive Club especially, I'm really looking forward to. I really feel like there's so much detail being put into Drive Club. Looks phenomenal. We're up to 83 people now. Thank you so much for coming in, guys. This is the Level Up Show, gaming dedicated talk show. We are discussing Tokyo Game Show, right now Metal Gear Solid 5. This is the cinematic trailer that was revealed over the past day or two. Right there is Revolver Ocelot, and also, man, what is his name? I can't think of it off the top of my head. Commander Miller. We also got Miller there, who has been badly injured from the helicopter attack in Ground Zeroes. Deadpool says she's using my patented teleportation belt. Yeah. She's a strong woman who needs no clothing. Yeah. I don't know. I wonder if we have any women in here. Do we have any girls, any women in here? How do you feel about Quiet's design? That she is lacking in clothing so drastically. Thank you for the friend request. I will acknowledge that a little later on. Embrace It. I have not shown the new trailer for Silent Hills yet, but I will. I'm getting there. V Slater. Project Cars seems too serious in my opinion. Yeah, that's why I'm a little more interested in Drive Club. I like the functionality that's there. Oh, we're getting a call. Let's pause the video and we'll take this call. Hey, welcome. You are on the Level Up Show. How you doing? That sounded like a clicker. Another creepy call, man. He added us on Skype too. I will add you back, Kyle. That sounded a lot like a clicker. Thank you for calling as a clicker. You got Big Boss there with the shrapnel out of his head, the horn. They keep kind of having this theme where Big Boss is becoming a demon, supposedly. Fantasy Factory, thanks so much, man. Glad you like the new setup. Puzzfield Scab said it sounded like PT. Yeah, it kind of sounded a little bit like PT too, but I heard clicking. Really sounded like a clicker from Last of Us, but I could be wrong. So there you go. I'm going to keep playing because we got like a whole huge gameplay segment from Ground Zeroes. I'm going to let this play, and I'm going to keep the lines open for Skype. Anybody, you're welcome to call in because this is a long gameplay video from Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, showing off, I think, Africa in this gameplay scenario here. So guys, remember, Skype is open. The Level Up show is spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. Please call in, and we could talk about Tokyo Game Show. We can talk about Metal Gear. We can talk about Final Fantasy, Silent Hills, anything you guys want. Trolls, man. Sounded like a fart. Yeah, it sounded a little like a fart. I can see that, yeah. Bigfoot, just me tonight, no help, but I do have Mike in the chat room with you guys. He's classy douchebag. That sounded like the possessed girl from the Exorcist movie, or PT. Do you think there will be a Saw game for PS4? A Saw game? I think there was a Saw game on PS3 or PS2 way back. No, I don't think there will be a Saw game on PS4. They just want to do well enough to make any money back. If no one would jump onto Saw. There's a bunch of other games that do it better. Heavy Rain had a little bit of a Saw feel to it, actually, now that I think about it, with him doing like the trials where he had to chop off his finger and stuff. Let's check out. We got a few friend requests. Let's check them out. Here we go. We got a few new friend requests. We got one from Ace4132 and Shematarium. Thank you guys for your PSN friend requests. Anybody else who wants to friend request, I am DrewM1788. Feel free to add me. You can see here Big Boss is riding a horse. Much more open world than any other Metal Gear, of course. Boombaya loves Heavy Rain. Yeah, Heavy Rain was a great game. He's using his radar abilities in this one to create like markers on the surroundings that he can go to. A lot of new stuff revealed in this trailer, or gameplay trailer here, so keep an eye on it. Quantum Desreny says, I really want Little Big Planet 3. Yeah, the new create features in Little Big Planet 3 look great. They're making it a new mode where you can change perspective so that it's top-down. In Little Big Planet 2, everyone had to do this crazy stuff to give a top-down view, but now there's just an option for it, and you can create like top-down Zelda, top-down Final Fantasy, and even better than that, they have a new feature where you can create currency. And that doesn't just mean money and points, but you can also do experience points and supposedly create like a leveling up system, leveling up system for like RPGs within Little Big Planet. So it's going to be really cool. Thank you for the friend request, by the way. And if you guys remember Rygar, yes, I remember Rygar. That's the one with a whip, right? I think it had a whip. WWE 2K15. I am not a wrestling fan, but I will say that 2K15 really looks great graphically. I could imagine Beyond on PS4, especially because there was a trophy list recently leaked for Beyond Two Souls on PS4. A lot of German and French retailers continue to list Beyond Two Souls for PS4. It's where there's smoke, there's fire on this one. This game is definitely coming to PS4 at some point as a remaster, and I'm sure it's going to look phenomenal. It already looked amazing on PS3. It's going to look even better on PS4, so I can't wait. Look at that there, like the traversal, the climbing that you can do in Metal Gear Solid 5. Really awesome. This game here is Metal Gear Solid 5, whoever just posted. I would love MGS4 on PS4, says Bartolomeo. If you want to play Metal Gear Solid 4 on PS4, you could always use PlayStation Now. Here's some new features right here with the He changed his costume there by going into the box and changing his costume. Very unrealistic, but that's always Metal Gear. Metal Gear is very unrealistic. So that's more of like his sneaking suit now, as opposed to him being like bareback as before. Bigfoot, I don't know if I'm going to get the Evil Within, but we do have a trailer later on for it. It looks better than it did before, that's for sure. A lot of people are really down on the Evil Within at like E3, but I think it's back on people's radars in a better way now. New trailer was a lot better. New Metal Gear, the only thing we know for sure now is that it's coming out in 2015. I don't think it's going to be March, like so many people rumored, because for them to give a very, very broad date of 2015 as opposed to like Q1, Q2, to just say 2015 probably means it's not going to be early 2015 in my opinion. So unfortunately, Metal Gear Solid 5 might be a little further off than we were expecting. Thank you for the friend request. Hydro Killer, am I into retro gaming? Do you mean like going back and playing Super Nintendo, or do you mean retro style games on PS4? If that's the case, I'm very into retro style games in the next gen. Just recently on our past Level Up show on Sunday, we had Axiom Verge developer Thomas Happ call into the show to talk about his new game, which is a 16-bit Metroidvania Contra-style side-scrolling game, and it looks phenomenal. The music, the graphics, that classic retro style really looks great. Check out Axiom Verge, guys, from developer Thomas Happ. It looks really great, and he was really kind to call in this past Sunday. Thank you for the friend request. Yeah, exactly. He called a support package and then switched into the sneaking suit. We're getting a call from Cody. Let's try this call out real quick. See if we can connect with Cody here. I'll give you a call back, Cody. Trying to get a call through here. Hey, Cody, you are on the Level Up show. Hey, Cody, can you hear me? Cody, you there? No.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Cody.
Okay.
I'm
sorry.
This is on a delay.
All right. Okay. This is new to me, so I do have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
All right. I've been thinking for like a while now. Where? Wow. I'm thinking about getting one of the Assassin's Creed games.
Okay.
In your opinion, which one out of the however many there are? I think there's like 5. Am I correct on 5, 6?
Even more than that. Yeah.
Even more. Wow. Okay. Out of all of them, which one, in your opinion, is the best?
2. I would say Assassin's Creed 2, but I'm not the person to talk to about this, to be honest with you. Mike is the big fan of Assassin's Creed. He's in the chat room with you guys, and I'm wondering what he would say right now. Let me see if he comments on this. I always hear that 2 is the best, and I hear that, what's the other one? I played Black Flag for a portion, probably like for a good 10 hours, but Assassin's Creed always gets repetitive for me. It just, around the 10-hour mark, I just get bored, and I quit. So I'm not the person to talk to about this, but let's see what people are saying in the chat room here. Come on, guys, let me hear. Assassin's Creed 2 is the best as intensity. Anybody else want to say what their favorite is? Thank you for the Twitch heart, by the way. And another one. 2 Twitch hearts. I hear there's another great one, too. I hear 3 isn't great. Assassin's Creed 1 was only okay. I know that was really hyped up at the time, and then it came out to kind of lackluster reviews, and then 2 came out, and it was everything everybody wanted the first one to be. AC2 and Brotherhood, says Raptor. And Goddamn Batman says Black Flag was the only one I liked. So I would skip 3. I would skip Revelations. I would skip Liberation. I would skip 1. And I would kind of go for 2, Brotherhood, or Black Flag. 2 being the one I would really recommend. I recommend 2 the most. That's my
All right. And out of the new games that are like on Steam right now, like the new ones that are like in your face right away, which one do you think would be a good one to get?
Steam?
Yeah, like there's a bunch of different games out here, and I'm still not sure which one I would like.
I'm not too much into the PC scene. I'm more of a PS4 guy, but all I can really say PC-wise on Steam, the one game that I played recently was Gone Home, and I know that's not relatively new at all, but I was blown away by Gone Home. If you haven't played that yet,
And what was that, Plague?
it's called Gone Home.
Oh, Gone Home.
That game was phenomenal. It's not long. It's probably only a good 3 hours, but it tells like a really personal story, and it's not your typical game by any means. It's almost like a narrative-driven, like almost like a interactive novel in a ways. But I don't want that to turn you off. It really is great, and it tells a really cool story about like a relationship. So I would really recommend Gone Home if you haven't checked that out yet.
Interesting.
But otherwise, I'm sorry, I really can't recommend too many like Steam games just because I'm not too ingrained into the Steam space right now. I don't have like a really great computer to run the best games.
All right. Well, neither do I. I'm playing on my laptop right now, and it's dreadful.
It's
like
dreadful.
horrible.
Yeah, that's why I usually go for like the retro style stuff if I'm going on like Steam and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right, man. I hope that helped you out a little bit.
And one more thing from a friend of mine. He asks, "Are your pants a compressed file? Because I would like to unzip them."
Very nice. That must have been the same guy from earlier. That must have been who was it? Tanner. That must have been Tanner. All right. I consider those helpful trolls, is what I call them. Let me turn this down. They present some good questions and then they troll at the end, which I'm okay with as long as it's funny. All right, let's go back to the chat room. What are your thoughts on Bloodborne? All right, we're getting another call here. Let's see if this one's another troll. We're getting all trolls tonight. Hey, you were on the Level Up show. How you doing?
Hi.
Hey, what do you want to talk about tonight, man?
Yeah, I want to talk about The Witcher 3.
The Witcher 3, yeah, which might be delayed again, I'm hearing, but the original announcement was February. That was already delayed from last year, and now they're saying that it might be delayed further again.
Yeah. What are your opinions on GTA 5, the new one? Because most people are saying it's just going to be exactly like PS3, just a couple extra things, and I don't really I don't know. I like GTA, it's like one of my favorite games, but I don't know if I should make the switch to new generation.
Have you ever played GTA 5? Would this be your first time playing it? Are you there?
What was that again? I can't because I'm watching and I'm listening and it's confusing me.
Yeah, there's a delay. Try not to keep your eye on the TV. Just focus on the Skype for a second. Have you played GTA 5 yet?
Yeah, I have it for PS3. You know, I love it. I beat the game. I love the story.
Okay.
Online, good. But on PS4, it looks exactly the same. It's just, better graphics. And I don't want to spend another $60
I
for the
would
same
say
thing.
it probably isn't worth it for you, but let me read off a few of the things that they're bringing over into the new one for PS4. All right, so it's going to feature a range of major visual and technical upgrades. There's going to be new weapons, new vehicles, new activities. There's going to be new wildlife. There's going to be denser traffic. A new foliage system they're going to be adding, and they're even going to add enhanced damage and weather effects to this one. Now, when it comes to like the car and like the radio stations, they're also giving a little bit more in that regard. There's going to be 100 additional new songs and new DJ mixes on the radio, and 17 new radio stations.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. One more thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard about how Tomb Raider, Xbox bought it off, and the new one's coming out. It's not going to be on PlayStation.
Yeah, it's not going to be.
And that really upset me because Tomb Raider is one of my favorite games on PlayStation. And
let me tell you real quick that it is going to come to PS4, but it's going to be probably a 6-month delay from the Xbox One version. They only have a timed exclusivity on the Xbox One. That was revealed a few days after the announcement because they were being grilled. Microsoft and Crystal Dynamics were being grilled after that announcement because they were being really shady about the exclusivity, and they didn't want to really specify exactly how long it was or if it was permanent. And eventually Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox, finally came out and said, yes, there is a deadline to the exclusivity, and I'm betting it's probably going to be 6 months. So don't worry, you're going to be able to play Tomb Raider on PS4. You're just not going to be able to play it first.
Yeah, thanks. That's really basically it.
Okay.
Yeah, good show. I like it. Yeah, that's it. And
thanks so much for calling in, man.
Yeah, thanks. You look like a bag of AIDS.
All right, see you. All right. Couple good questions there. Thank you so much for calling in. Let me turn back on Skype here, or Twitch, so I can keep an eye on the chat room. All right, Microsoft bought Minecraft. They did. What they actually bought was Mojang, and we're gonna be talking about this Sunday a lot. And the creator of Minecraft left after this buyout, but Mojang is now owned by Microsoft. But that doesn't mean that Minecraft will not come to PlayStation platforms in the future. They are saying that they're still going to be releasing Minecraft on all platforms. So that's good news. We're up to 100, over 100 now. We always do that when we're above 100. Sorry, that was probably weird for a lot of you. But thank you so much, guys, for coming in. We're above 100 people in here now, especially for just me on the show tonight. That's amazing to have so many people in the room. Anybody who's new to the show, this is the Level Up Show. We are a gaming dedicated talk show. Typically, we have a cast of 4 here on Sundays at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I decided to do a mini episode tonight to celebrate Tokyo Game Show and all the big trailers and announcements. Right now, we're looking at gameplay of Metal Gear Solid 5, so keep an eye on that while we talk in the chat room and take calls on Skype. If you would like to call in with any questions, talk about Tokyo Game Show, it is the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. All right. Can I talk about Halo? Yes, you can talk about Halo if you want to call in. We're not PlayStation exclusive. We can talk about Microsoft and Xbox as well. Hey, Drew, you are live on PSN. Hood, yes, Connor, I am live on PlayStation. Yeah, that's right. No, I just said, but we stream on Sundays at 10 p.m. Eastern Time every Sunday. You can always count on that. But we also do mini episodes every now and then like this one. So if you want to make sure you get notified whenever the Level Up Show goes live, whether it's Sunday or any other day of the week, all you got to do is make sure you go on twitch.tv/the Level Up Show and heart or follow us. Make sure you do that right now, and you'll get email notifications whenever the show goes live. Let's check out our current Twitch follows. We've gotten follows tonight from a good probably dozen people. We got GJB Ferk, Serpentine, Jehovah Combat, Platinum Tactic, V Slater, Pryo, Mr. Crad, Mean Muggin, Z Royce, Zombie Rampage, and ABM is Silk. All of you guys have followed us on Twitch tonight, and we are so thankful for that. Thank you guys for coming in. We really appreciate your follow. We will continue to acknowledge any Twitch follows throughout the night. Classy Douchebag says, I love how trolls don't see that they are the minority in here. Can you see people watching, liking what they see? I really don't mind the trolls because they are so few and far between. But yeah, guys, you're not really accomplishing anything if you're coming into here to troll. We have an awesome group following our show. We have a really established fan base, and they're awesome, and we appreciate them. And they outnumber you 100 to 1. So you're not really accomplishing anything if you are a troll. You might as well go to another stream where you can do something that you consider funny. The Arkham Trilogy remastered January 13th, 2015. Goddamn Batman, is that confirmed? I haven't heard that yet, but I think that would be great news. I think that would be really smart for them to do that, to get people on board with the Batman trilogy before it comes out on PS4 in June, because it got delayed again. They need to get people onto PS4 and Xbox One with the Arkham Trilogy. Thank you for the Twitch heart. And another Twitch heart. And another Twitch heart. Oh my god. So many Twitch hearts. We got 3 Twitch hearts there from Silent Symphony, Dr. Chucks, and Ix the Legend. Thank you guys for your Twitch hearts. Really appreciate those. MGS this year, possibly. I doubt it. It's going to be, meaning 2015. It's definitely going to be 2015, but I don't know if it's going to be early or late. Let's take another call real quick. Hey, you are on the Level Up Show. How you doing?
Hey.
Oh, sorry. Hold on 1 second. Let me shut off my other video. Sorry. There we go. Okay, man. You are live on the Level Up Show. Oh, Grant from Lyft.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched your stream, man.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, guys, Grant Gordon, he has his own, is it your business, Grant, Lyft?
It's not my business. I'm a Lyft driver, so
Okay.
I drive on their platform. But I stream from my car.
Yeah.
And I have my own show about the sharing economy. And I watch your show, which
That is so awesome, man. I was watching you, and I was so confused when I first turned on your stream. I was like, how the hell is this guy doing this? He was streaming from within his car, and what's really cool about it is you've got your PS4 below the seat. You've got like what do you have to power it?
Okay, so I have an inverter in my car.
Okay.
I have a custom screen because I couldn't find
Yeah.
like a good.
Oh damn, we might be losing you.
And
We're losing you a little bit there, Grant. But yeah, guys, you should check it out if you ever see him. He does a stream from his car, and it's really cool. Can you still hear me, Grant?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. Can
Do
you
you
hear
have
me?
any questions tonight, man?
So you're talking about the Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of like Ico and Shadow of the Colossus. You know, if there's going to be any news on
The Last Guardian. Yeah, okay. We try not to talk about The Last Guardian because we're very superstitious that if we talk about it, it'll never come out. But since you asked the question, The Last Guardian, I've been waiting for The Last Guardian for 7 years, and I'm sure you have as well, because Ico and Shadow of the Colossus are some of my favorite games of all time. And even though it was announced, I think, back in 2009, they've been working on it even longer than that. They've been working on it since 2007, Team Ico.
Yeah.
And Fumito Ueda was the original, creator of the Ico and Shadow of the Colossus games. He's no longer really attached to Team Ico. He's more of a freelancer, but he's still working on the project. They brought over a guy from Sony Santa Monica in order to really kind of whip those guys into shape. He's considered like the guru of like developers. He goes from developer to developer, and he corrects their flaws and makes them a better studio so they can release games on time. So he's currently over there trying to get this game finished. Now, the thing is, Sunday, Sony is doing a post-TGS conference, and supposedly there is a huge announcement at this conference. And I really hope it's The Last Guardian, but I'm not quite sure because they're saying it's a celebration of the 20th anniversary of PlayStation. That doesn't really speak The Last Guardian to me. That more speaks something from the very early days of PlayStation, like Crash Bandicoot or something. But we can stay optimistic. So that's the only potential chance I think we have, Grant, is that this Sunday, that's the big announcement.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'll keep my fingers crossed. I know, this is sort of, Ico was supposed to be on the PS1, and then they kind of pushed it back to the PS2. So, this is sort of par for the. It's worth waiting for, though.
Yeah, it always is, and that's funny that you say that. PS1 was supposed to have Ico, and then it moved to PS2, and then Shadow of the Colossus was originally supposed to be a multiplayer game, where you're supposed to have 4 people on horses all trying to take down a Colossus. Then that changed to the single-player experience that you found, where they actually kind of toned it down to, there was originally supposed to be 30 Colossi, and then it ended up being 16. This is them. This is Team Ico in a nutshell. They never deliver on time. They never deliver the original vision, but it always turns out to still be amazing. So we just have to keep our fingers crossed. That's right.
Cool. Well, Andrew, thank you. Love the new set.
All right, man. Thanks so much.
And yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Grant, for calling in.
All right. Take care.
See ya. Once again, guys, I'm with Grant, and he is a driver for Lyft, which is a kind of like a taxi service where any person, I think, can become a driver for Lyft as opposed to like a taxi cab driver, and you can call them up and they have like the Lyft logo painted on their car. But what's really cool about Grant is he streams every now and then from his car. He set up this whole thing in his car and streams PS4 live from PlayStation from the car. We got Tanner calling in again. I'm sorry, Tanner. I'm not going to take your call. I'll wait for another call. You already called in once, and I really don't even know if you're a troll or not. But thank you for your call earlier. All right. Good night, HUD. Thanks for stopping in, man. Why 1788, Drew? Because I created it when I was 17. Literally, my PSN ID, I created it when I was 17. I was born in 1988, and it just stuck. I never wanted to change the date. Even though I'm no longer 17, it stuck. Any thought on the Final Fantasy 15 demo? I think it looks phenomenal. Let me keep playing. Once again, guys, this is Metal Gear Solid 5 gameplay for you guys to watch while we talk. Final Fantasy 15 is everything I wanted it to be. I love that it has this road trip feel about it, where you're driving around this huge open world and side quests suddenly open up, and he says, I'm getting tired, we should stop and find a hotel. Oh, that is so much what I wanted Final Fantasy to be for so long. And I remember way back in another episode of the Level Up Show, I talked about the Final Fantasy 7 remake and how I wanted it to be that. I wanted it to feel like this road trip where you got all your buddies in the party with you, visible on map, and you go in and out of towns with no load times. You enter into shops and you check around, and your party members will look in cases and look at weapons while you go to the front counter and converse with each other and talk, and everything feels organic. And when you walk out the door, Cloud holds it for the person behind him. This is always what I wanted Final Fantasy to be. I wanted it to feel really organic and real and like this buddy road trip. And that's what Final Fantasy 15 is going to be. It's this modern take on an old school fantasy RPG. And you saw in the trailer that they even have old school enemies from Final Fantasy. You have the Garulas from Final Fantasy 5. You have the Goblins, the exact Goblin design from Final Fantasy 1. In Final Fantasy 15. So I think it's awesome. They're really speaking to the old school Final Fantasy fans with Final Fantasy 15, even though it has that Kingdom Hearts battle system. So I'm so hyped. I can't even tell you how hyped I am for Final Fantasy 15. We got a few Twitch hearts there, and I missed them. So let's go back here and acknowledge some of them. We got Texas Ix the Legend, and then we got Maverick. And MBSX Venom. You guys all followed us on Twitch. Thank you so much for your Twitch hearts. Really appreciate those. Pumped for Mad Max. Yeah, the trailer, or the movie and the game. The game looks like it could be really cool, but the movie looks like it could be even better. Man, that trailer blew me away. I wasn't expecting the movie to really look good. I expected it to be terrible, to be honest. And it actually really surprised me. Check out the Mad Max trailer. It has Tom Hardy as the new Mad Max. Guys, call in on Skype. Mike just posted in the chat room. Skype ID is the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. Kingdom Hearts 3, asked Captain Wig. We're not going to hear about it this Tokyo Game Show, it seems, on Final Fantasy Type 0 HD, and Final Fantasy Akito Plus, and Final Fantasy 15. They're going to continue to focus on those. I think Kingdom Hearts 3, they wanted to let us know that it's in development, but that's about it. I wouldn't expect Kingdom Hearts 3 for another 2 years at least, to be honest with you. Final Fantasy 15, I think, will be the very, very end of 2015, and maybe, if we're lucky, we'll get Kingdom Hearts 3 at the very end of 2016. The good news is that Tetsuya Nomura did enough with Final Fantasy 15 that he was able to pass it over to Tabata, the guy who directed Crisis Core. So now Tetsuya Nomura is jumping over to help out on Kingdom Hearts 3. He's heading that now, as he did with Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 2. So he's the original creator of that series, and he is now the development head, the director on Kingdom Hearts 3. So that's great news. Here we got, I'm level 27 on Destiny. Congratulations to you, man. I'm level 4. I'm so far behind on Destiny. Haven't had a lot of time to play it yet. Assassin's Creed Unity, says Trinity Films. It looks really cool. It really does. I think the co-op stuff looks like it could be a lot of fun. I'm not a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I talked about this earlier in the show. I always enjoy the beginning, but about 10 hours in, I start to get bored. That's just me, but I do think Unity looks like a really great game from a co-op perspective, and especially from a graphical perspective. Really mind-blowing graphics on this one, especially when it comes to the crowd and how many people they have on screen at one time. Star Wars Battlefront, says Sir Anthony. Never played the Battlefront series, but I hear amazing things about it, and I think we're going to finally see some new stuff on it sometime soon. At E3, they did a little bit, EA did a little bit of like a Star Wars teaser with like a dev diary, and it looked phenomenal graphically, but it was so short, and I have a feeling we're probably not going to see much on it until early next year, probably like GDC or something like that. But I think we'll see it not too far away, and I think it'll release next year. Bloodborne. I'm really excited for Bloodborne. As somebody who wasn't into Demon Souls and Dark Souls, I think I will get Bloodborne. It seems more my style and more my pace, more like action oriented and fast paced, which is not really Demon Souls and Dark Souls, but that just kind of more fits with me. What about Fallout 4? What about Fallout 4? I'm surprised it hasn't been at least teased yet. The only thing we really have left this year is the Video Game Awards, and last year they were a disaster with VGX. But there's always potential for that. I'm always worried that Fallout 4 will be Xbox exclusive. I feel like there's these ties between Bethesda and Microsoft, but Bethesda does owe Sony fans because, you know, Elder Scrolls Skyrim was such a disaster on PS4 that they really need to step up their game and give something to the PlayStation fans to make up for that. So maybe we'll even have some exclusive content from Fallout 4. I'm hoping it's announced by the end of this year, but at this point, if it's not announced this year, I wouldn't expect it next year. But could be wrong. Guys, you are welcome to call in on Skype at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. Let's check out our PSN friend request real quick. Also, we got some YouTube subscriptions here. Let's check it out. Just one YouTube subscription, unfortunately. But Svanor Halderson, if that's how you say your name, thank you so much for the YouTube subscription. Guys, remember that we're on YouTube. We really would love to get your subscription so that we make sure our archival footage is reaching somebody. So go on youtube.com/The Level Up Show, level spelled LVL, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you to, I'm going to say it again if I can, Svanor. Thank you for your YouTube subscription. No Man's Sky. I am so hyped for No Man's Sky. We did a massive Wild Game Appears on No Man's Sky probably 3 or 4 months ago, and everybody went nuts over it. It was by far our most popular Wild Game Appears because the hype is real for that game. And what's cool about that one is everybody starts in the same galaxy, or you start on the outskirts of the galaxy, and there's something at the center of the galaxy that is going to be really exciting that they're not telling us, and everybody's trying to reach it. But on the way to the center of the galaxy, you can go to any planet you want. They're all randomly generated, and there's randomly generated wildlife and new species to find, new elements to find that you can use to upgrade your armor and your weapons, and it just seems endless and infinite, and they're saying that it'll take 5 billion years to find everything in that game. So I'm so hyped for No Man's Sky. I hope it comes out next year. GFN says he's going to have to finally jump into Final Fantasy. I really recommend it. Final Fantasy is one of the best series of all time, just especially for the JRPG fans. All right, so these are our PSN friend requests. We're up to 16. Wow, guys. You guys are being awesome tonight. Albert, 92 Rocker, Andy I Forgot, Aunt Tweezy, Ace4132, Captain Wiggs, Doink Oink, Ghostbuster, Hydro Killer, JD Bear, King Smiley, Maverick, Pac-Man, Shimatarium, Spike of Ice, Trinity Films, and unknown 1234. Thank you guys for your PSN friend request. Really appreciate that. Anybody who wants to PSN friend request me, I am Drew M1788, and Mike is New Guru. Puzzfield Scab says, to be honest, I've never played Final Fantasy, any game of it. You should go back, man. Play some of the classics. They're all great from the Super Nintendo era all the way up to now. 6 is definitely a favorite. 7 is a favorite. 10 is a favorite. And then you got the online ones like 11 and 14. They're all good, though. A lot of people get down on the 13 series, but the original one, Final Fantasy 13, was pretty good. It wasn't the best, but it was definitely good. Thank you again for the PSN friend request. Space Monkey, thank you. Really glad you appreciate our new setup. This is new. We just set this up for Sunday. This last Sunday was the reveal of the new setup. Thank you for the friend request. I will acknowledge as we get a few more friend requests throughout the show. I'll acknowledge them. Final Fantasy VIII is Ace's favorite Final Fantasy. I wish I could start a poll. For some reason, polls aren't working right now. I'm not sure why. Nothing's working. Like, you guys, if you're voting cool and stuff, like the little notifications aren't working. Wonder why that is. Already talked about Advanced Warfare, but I think it really looks cool. Sledgehammer is a great studio, and I'm excited that they're jumping onto the trilogy of Call of Duty developers, and I'm excited that they're doing something new with the series. And obviously it pulls a little bit from like something like Titanfall, but that's not a bad thing. It all depends on if they get the balance right in multiplayer. I think the single player campaign is going to be awesome, but multiplayer is where Call of Duty is, as you guys know, so I really hope that they get the balance right. Cag Murph says 8 was my first Final Fantasy. I usually find that the first Final Fantasy is usually the favorite. Like Final Fantasy 7 was my first, and that's why it's always going to have a special place in my heart. But I went back and I played all of them. I love 3/6. I love 9 especially. I love 10. Those are probably my favorites. 6, 3, 7, 9, and 10 are my favorites. Big Viper says, I can't wait for Drive Club. Yeah, man, October, not far away, and free for PlayStation Plus members. Thank you for the friend request, by the way. I will acknowledge that a little later on in the show. Please, Tekken, we need a Tekken. I've been waiting, make it best, ID. Yeah, we have a new Tekken on the way, Tekken 7, I think it's called. There was a new trailer released not too long ago that you can check out. I think it was Gamescom maybe where it was revealed. So go on YouTube, check out the new Tekken 7 trailer. I think it's mostly CGI, but still cool. Thank you for the friend request. The FF7 or Final Fantasy X remake is amazing. Yeah, it was more a remaster than a remake, but it comes with 10 and 10-2. Thank you for the friend request. And yeah, they did a great thing. They did redid the character models. They redid the soundtrack. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I was listening to it recently, and it sounded pretty good. Thank you for the friend request. But I don't know. I'm just so used to the original soundtrack that I didn't know how to feel about it. Final Fantasy X has some of the best music in the series. That was Nobuo Uematsu, and I think Masashi was his name, or Hamauchi? I can't think of who the other composer on... Hamauza. I think it was Hamauza was the other composer on 10. And then he also went on to do 13. I can't find you on Skype. Really? It should be live, guys. Our Skype should be live. Let me check. Let me see if I missed any calls. Michael Hawk. Let me try calling you back, because I did not get your call. See if we can get a hold of Michael Hawk, who called earlier today. Oh, he has to accept me as a contact. Thank you for the friend request. Let's try one more time. See if I can get a hold of... No, never mind. I can't, won't work. All right. Anybody else who wants to call in, please do. It is the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds on Skype. I'll probably be going for like another 45 minutes. Maybe a little less than that. So there you go. Finally, that was the end of the Metal Gear Solid 5 gameplay footage. Let's see what's next. We got enough Metal Gear for a while. Oh man, I'm gonna be a little quiet for the beginning of this. This is an Xbox 360 or One game, but this game looks amazing. It's called Ori and the Blind Forest. Check out how beautiful the graphics and the artistic direction is on this game. Music is great too. I'm assuming that this is the main character at the start, this big black creature here, but I'm pretty sure that from the original trailer that this mother dies early in the game, and you then go on to control the child, if you want to call it that. Really cute design on everything in the game, but I love the art and the way everything flows, the branches, the leaves on the tree, everything looks beautiful. Animation is gorgeous. Okay, so the black creature finds the little white creature here. So here's a little bit of straight gameplay here. Thank you for the PSN friend request. Drew, do you agree that COD is unbalanced since after Modern Warfare 2? I've always had a problem a little bit with like the kill streaks and like the helicopters and stuff like that. I feel like that just kind of destroys the game for me. Maybe I jumped in too late and I'm not a high enough level to fight against that, but that kind of stuff makes it feel unbalanced for me. Never been a huge Call of Duty fan, to be honest. I liked Modern Warfare 1, I liked Modern Warfare 2, and then I just jumped off. Look how beautiful this game is. I really hope that this comes to PS4 eventually. This is Xbox One exclusive as we know right now. Bumbaya says, I love the Japanese. They just do things the way I like them. I'm not sure that Ori is actually a Japanese game. I don't think that it is. But I know what you mean. The Japanese just have a different style about them. This, Inside, and there's one other one. Nope, we're getting a call. Let me pause this. From Andrew Z. See if we can connect here. Hey, Andrew, you are on the Level Up Show. Can you hear me? Let me try calling him back real quick. Captain Wiggs, we are almost at Silent Hills. Alright, doesn't seem like it's going to work. Alright, no answer. Let's go back to Ori and the Blind Forest. We got a question here. Drew, any thoughts on GTA 5 on PS4 being full price for a remaster? I think $50 would be a nice gesture, like Last of Us remaster was a nice gesture. They are adding some content, so that's good, and they're also including all of the DLC that came out over the course of the PS3 life cycle. So that's great news. But yeah, $60 is a little bit much. I think 40 or 50 would be more the right range for a remaster. But I'm still getting it because I never played GTA 5. This is going to be the first time for me, and I'm really excited about it. So. Let's see. Are you excited for the new Super Smash Bros? I would be if I had a Wii U, but since I don't, I can't really get much excitement out of it. I know that I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited for other Wii U owners for that reason, for Hyrule Warriors, for the eventual Zelda that'll come out next year, I hope. I'm really excited for all those for you guys. But for me, it doesn't really excite me much. The only Super Smash Bros. I ever really played was the first one for Nintendo 64 way back. Thank you for the PSN friend request. Oh, okay. Ace says all GTA DLC was free, so that doesn't really help them, huh? Yeah, then even more so, then it probably really should be $40, $50 at the most. They need to do that at least as a gesture of goodwill. There's just not enough there for a full price. I'm sure it'll still do amazing. I'm sure there's a good bit of people that didn't play GTA 5 like myself that will buy it on PS4. But if they really want to bring over that original crowd that played it on PS3 and 360, they're going to have to lower the price to 40 or 50. GFN says he planted a tree in the tower. That's awesome. A new Hitman game would be awesome. There was a Hitman game in development. They actually put it on hiatus. I'm not sure why exactly. Maybe the Hitman Absolution sold decent, but they put a huge budget behind that game. So I don't think it really made much of a profit, if any profit at all. So maybe that's why they put it on hiatus. It will eventually come. I'm sure they'll start it back up. But right now, I think we have a good bit to wait before the next Hitman. Drew, thoughts about Shadow of Mordor? I know Mike is really kind of turned off by Shadow of Mordor, but I think it kind of blends a lot of different things together in a cool way. Assassin's Creed being one of them, Batman being another, and then obviously Lord of the Rings. They're pulling from, Lord of the Rings lore, like Silmarillion and stuff like that. I think it looks pretty cool. I'm not going to get it. I'll be honest, I got enough to play without Shadow of Mordor, but I think it looks like a pretty cool game. And I think that hardcore Lord of the Rings fans are really going to have a good time with it. This is still Ori and the Blind Forest here right now. This is the opening prologue to the game. This game is exclusive to Xbox One for now, but hopefully will come to PS4 at some point. I really hope. This is the game I'm looking forward to most on Xbox One, along with Inside. And Below. Below is also looking really good, but that's almost confirmed to come to PS4 now as well. Aw, this is so sad. You can see that it looks like the big creature died now, and the little one is on its own. It's heartbreaking. This game looks so good. I'm so sad that it's not coming to PS4 at launch. Thank you for the PSN friend request. We're getting so many that I will acknowledge them. Also, guys, don't forget to add on Twitch. We've gotten a bunch of Twitch hearts tonight. It's twitch.tv/TheLevelUpShow. Everything's spelled exactly how it sounds, so please go on there and add us, follow us, heart us, whatever you want to call us, on Twitch. That way you get email notifications whenever the show goes live. So here are our PSN friend requests. We're now up to 26 friend requests tonight. Thank you so much. We got ABN is Silk, Albert92, Andy I Forgot, Aunt Tweezy, Arenas, Ace4132, ATL Fam, Cag Murph, Callie Killa, Captain Wiggs, DeWood Best, Doink Oink, Dranky, G-Unit, Ghostbuster, Governor, Hydro Killer, JD Bear, King Smiley, Maverick, Pac-Man, Shimatarium, Spike of Ice, The Icelander, Trinity Films, and YouKnown1234. Thank you all of you for your PSN friend requests. The Punisher says that he will get Shadow of Mordor, and he will be streaming it on Twitch. That's cool. I'll try to check that out, man. Destiny is Borderlands meets Halo. Nothing original. Yeah, it's not original. I agree. It definitely isn't, but I think it does everything well. The story not included in there. The story seems to be pretty lackluster, but the gameplay I think really feels great from what I've played so far. Drew, love you guys. Love you too, Punisher. Any news on the 2.0 update of TGS? They talked about it a little bit in their conference, but it was very little. And I think it kind of just was a rehash of what we already know. They didn't give a release date, I don't think. I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive there's no release date still. But we do know that it's going to have the share play functionality where you can give control to somebody else over the internet connection, even if they're not next to you on the computer. Thank you for the Twitch heart. You can give control to the other user, which is really cool. It's also going to have theme support, you know, like backgrounds and icon changes and stuff like that. Thank you for the friend request. And there's also going to be some other stuff in there. I'm hoping DLNA support and MKV support, like Xbox One is getting in their October update. So that was Ori and the Blind Forest right there, guys. Looks really cool for Xbox One. Really hope it comes to PS4 at some point. Let's acknowledge our Twitch heart right there. We got a Twitch heart from Devastator. Thank you for your Twitch heart, man. Really appreciate that. Guys, don't forget that we are live on Skype, and you can call us right now at the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds. No spaces. All right, what do we got? Drew question, should I get Drive Club or The Crew? Well, you should get Drive Club because it's free with PlayStation Plus, and then see how you feel. I mean, if Drive Club really grabs you, buy the retail version and skip The Crew. If Drive Club isn't really doing it for you with the free version, then get The Crew. And it makes it really easy on you because we get to try Drive Club for free, assuming you are a PlayStation Plus member, of course. When will more apps come out for PS4? I know the YouTube app is coming very soon. I think it will come with 2.0, considering that we're going to be able to export to YouTube with the new update and stuff like that. Thank you for the Twitch heart from Captain Wiggs. Thank you so much for the Twitch heart. Here's another trailer. What do we got next? I think this might be Silent Hills. Yep. So here's the Silent Hills concept trailer, guys. I'll turn it up so you guys can listen, and I'll be quiet for a second.
これ初公開。公開するつもりもなかったんですけど、そうなんですね。You guys are being awesome tonight. And thank you for the Twitch heart. Man, you guys are on fire. We got Twitch hearts from Sporkimus Prime. Awesome name, Sporkimus Prime. We got a Twitch heart from Sparta73 and also from Chris Clark. Thank you guys for your Twitch hearts. Really appreciate those. We got, I think, one more trailer after this one. Let's go to the chat room. Love the thing down the hallway. Yeah, the thing that's like kind of crawling its way towards you. I love that at the end of the trailer, he's like looking down the cellar and he's really hesitant to go down it. Even though he's got this terrifying thing coming towards him, it's moving and so slowly that he's like, oh my God, do I want to go down the cellar? Even though it's the only way away from this thing. Let's take a call from Andrew Z. See if he can get through this time. And thank you for the Twitch heart, by the way. Come on, Andrew, come through. Andrew, you were on the Level Up show.
Hello?
Andrew, can you hear me?
I can. It's weird. The sound is coming on the bottom of my speaker. It's very weird.
I'm not sure why. Make sure you're not on the delay.
Hold on here. Let me see what I can do here. 1 second, okay?
Yeah, sure. Take your time. Giant Monster said Del Toro for the win. Yeah, 100%. Guillermo Del Toro directing Silent Hills along with Hideo Kojima. It doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, okay, well, I'll just try it on speaker here. So, I just want your preference on, like, graphics in games.
My preference? It definitely depends on the genre. I mean, like, when we were just watching, like, Ori and the Blind Forest there, and I think that game looks absolutely beautiful, and that's, I guess what most people will call that is a cartoony graphical style, but, I mean, with the animation that they're using and the lighting and all that kind of stuff, it just establishes a mood that I think is beautiful. Another game that I think is one of the best-looking games of last generation was Journey, and it's kind of like a cel-shaded look, I guess you could say. I think that's one of my favorite games ever, and I think it has a lot to do with the graphical style, and especially the music in that game. But then there's games like The Last of Us and Uncharted and Silent Hills that we're just looking at, which makes sense as hyper-realistic. But there always needs to be this little bit of a stylized approach, where it kind of loses the gaming feel, I think. If they go too hyper-realistic, I think it kind of takes away a little bit from the fact that we're playing a video game, and I kind of want to know that I'm playing a video game.
It's funny, one of my friends actually said the same thing there at the end, is you want to know, you're playing a video game.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, I'm having a problem with, it's kind of like, the new NHL 15 that came out. 2720p. It doesn't have like online and stuff, but the big factor I didn't buy it is because it's 720p.
Is it really? The new NHL is only 720p?
Yeah, it actually is, and I just found that out yesterday, and that made me pretty much not buy it.
On top of that, I'm hearing that it's lacking a lot of the online features that you would expect from NHL.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, on top of all those things. Yeah, exactly. So I said, okay, I'm not going to buy it. And, for me, games like Silent Hills, if it wasn't as realistic looking, would it be as scary? Or,
that's a good question. That's a very, very good question. I think that it won't be as scary. Depending on the atmosphere that they're establishing. And I think Silent Hills is very realistic looking, but it's not hyper realistic. I wouldn't watch Silent Hills and say like this is 100% going for a real life look. There's definitely a stylized approach, and that comes a lot to do with the nightmarish atmosphere, I guess. But I think Silent Hills looks amazing. I think that the approach that they're going with graphically is good for the game. I think that's the right thing to go for as far as horror goes. And I really can't think of many horror games that really don't go for a realistic approach.
Okay, that's pretty much it.
All right, man. Thanks so much for calling in.
Have a good night.
See ya.
Yeah. Bye.
Glad I was able to get a hold of Andrew there. Those were some great questions, Andrew. And I wonder what you guys think. What do you think graphically? What appeals to you more? Do you kind of like the cartoony, cel-shaded look, or are you all hyper-realistic? Do you want all the first-person shooters and all this kind of stuff to just go 100% gritty and realistic and all that kind of stuff, or do you prefer like the magic of something like Ori and the Blind Forest or Zelda and Journey and stuff like that? All right, guys, let's check out the final trailer here. Oh no, this is not the final trailer. But speaking of horror games, here we go, The Evil Within. This trailer turned me around on the game a little bit. It's definitely starting to look better.
何をさせられるか知っても生きていけるかな。ルビク、お前なのか。巻き込まれて気の毒だが、いずれにせよ。
M. Gomez, I have not seen the Del Toro interview yet. I'll have to check that out. Make sure I know about it for the Sunday emails. This here, guys, if you missed it, this is The Evil Within, new horror game from Bethesda and Tango Works.
この世界を作ったのは私だ。お前には止められない。
Called Psycho Break in Japan. Evil Within here. Looks scary. Thank you for the PSN friend request. I'm going to acknowledge those right after this trailer. October 23rd for that one, guys. Alright, so we got some Twitch hearts in there. Let's see what we got. We got a Twitch heart from 3 people there. We got Spawn, Trinity Films, and Pac-Man 0923. Thank all of you for your Twitch heart / follows. Guys, if you want to make sure you get notified when the Level Up Show goes live, go on twitch.tv / the Level Up Show and heart or follow us. That'll get you notifications when we go live. Let's acknowledge the chat room a little bit here. Drew, what are your thoughts on the Tomorrow Children? I wasn't sure how to feel about it with the first trailer. It's got this like kind of creepy vibe to it. I think the graphics are real cool. I like the wood carved look, but like the white table and like the barren environment, like I'm not sure what they're going for exactly. Looks really quirky. It has like a kind of a Minecraft vibe to it with them all mining and stuff. I need to know more. I'm not sure exactly what it is yet, and I'm sure there's some new stuff coming out about it right now that I need to look into. But I think it's done by Q Games, right? And they're a good studio. So it's got a bunch of good people behind it. I'll keep an eye on it, but I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. Thank you again for the Twitch heart from oh my God, it's Richie. Thank you for your Twitch heart, Richie. And guys, let's just see if we got some new PSN friend requests. I'm up above 1,000 friends now, guys. You guys are crazy. See if I can recognize some new ones. ATL Fam, Fithy, G Unit Boss. Oh my God, it's Richie. Saga 527, Spawn, Split Maniac, and Nero. Those are all new PSN friend requests. Thank you guys for adding me on PSN. I'm Drew M1788. It's on the sign down there. All right, I think we might be on our last trailer here. I'm trying to remember. The last one is Yakuza. Or Yakuza. No. No, The Order. New Order 1886 trailer here. We got Captain Wig says Media Molecule are geniuses. Yeah, I agree. They're some of the most creative guys in the industry right now. I love Little Big Planet. I especially love Tearaway. Tearaway was just so much like creativity and magic in that game, and I'm so happy that they're making a PS4 version, which looks amazing. And more people need to get into that series because it did not do well on Vita, and it's kind of a tragedy that it didn't. Got a call from Vlad. Let's take this call real quick. Hey Vlad, you are on the Level Up Show. How you doing, man? Thank you, Vlad, for that just enlightening call right there. Just meant so much. Get some weird calls tonight. Thank you for the PSN friend request, guys. Saw a lot of them there. I'll acknowledge every PSN friend request when I wrap up the show in probably 10 minutes. Alright, read my message on PSN, says Trinity Films. Alright, let me check that out real quick. Trinity Films, can't you guys separate a day for explaining the new PS4 content and fully tools on PS4 for new users like me? That might not be a bad idea to do like a show dedicated to new guys for PS4. Let me do a little update right now with PS4. So if you don't know what this is, if you're really new, Trinity, right now I'm streaming from the Playroom. And the Playroom is, you have to have the camera, the PlayStation camera in order to do this. But it's a live streaming program that you can use on Twitch for along with your game streaming on live and PlayStation. But you can also do it for shows like this one on Twitch or Ustream. And they've got some cool little features in the Playroom, like the signs here and other things like that. So that's the Playroom. That's what I'm streaming from right now. But if you want like a breakdown on PS4 games, I really recommend are Resogun. Really recommend Resogun. Don't Starve. PlayStation Plus games like Don't Starve, really good. Killzone was a great launch title. Assassin's Creed appeals to a lot of people, of course. We've got The Last of Us Remastered now, which was excellent. We've got Infamous Second Son, which was a great entry into the Infamous series if you've never taken part in that. We've got a bunch of games coming out in the near future this holiday season. We've got Drive Club. We've got Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. What else do we got? We got a lot of things delayed into next year for PS4, but next year you can look forward to Evolve and The Order 1886 and The Witcher and Metal Gear. A lot of good stuff next year as well. So, Dragon Blood, my Skype is the Level Up Show, spelled exactly how it sounds, no spaces. So please call in out on our Skype and we can talk about TGS or anything else. In the meantime, I will play the final trailer. I'm pretty sure this is it. So many trailers. Yep, final trailer for Yakuza. Another message. Oh, there we go. Let's take this call here. See if I can get through to Bitcoin. Hey, Bitcoin, you were on the Level Up show. How you doing? You're on a little bit of a delay, Bitcoin. Damn. All right, he probably was on delay and didn't think we picked up. I'll try calling him back. Thoughts on NBA 2K15 face technology? The game looks gorgeous. I haven't seen any actual videos on the face technology, but I'll have to check that out. Hey, can you hear me, Bitcoin? No. Okay. Never mind. So once again, guys, this is Yakuza here. See you, Giant Monsters. Thanks for watching tonight, man. The Kush, welcome to the room, man. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. This is the Level Up show. Wrapping up soon, but this is a gaming-dedicated talk show. Right now, we're discussing Tokyo Game Show 2014, and this was our final trailer in the list. This is Yakuza. Taylor Blood. See if we can get this call here from Taylor. Come on, Taylor. Come on through. Hey, Taylor, you are on the Level Up show.
Yeah, I'm watching right now.
Thanks so much for calling in, man. What do you want to talk about?
The up and coming GTA 5 for the PlayStation 4.
Okay. Anything specific about it, or just kind of what I'm thinking about it?
Well, I'm actually psyched that you could that we may actually be able to that there's actually going to be wildlife in online.
Yeah, they're adding a good bit of features. Actually, it's not quite as bare bones as I think some people are expecting. They're definitely adding on with new radio stations for the car, more wildlife, more foliage. If you're coming over from the PS3 version, you get some special rare cars. I think one's called the Dodo or something like that. So you get some rare vehicles if you're coming over from PS4. For those coming into the new remastered edition of GTA 5 Online, I think you get $1 million for free to use towards upgrades and stuff like that. So they're trying to pad it out a little bit to give some stuff to the people jumping on for the next generation version. For people that haven't played it before, like me, I think it's a no-brainer. I'm definitely going to get it. Are you going to pick it up, Taylor?
Actually, I've already pre-ordered it.
Nice, very cool. Now, did you play it on PS3 or Xbox 360?
I've actually played it both on PlayStation 3 and Xbox.
Oh, so you're obviously a huge fan.
Yes.
What did you? Tell me about it a little bit. Is it the best in the series?
Well, they have extremely likeness to actually GTA San Andreas, which they're both in the same area, but a couple years later. But it's actually one of my most favorite open world shooting type games.
Very nice. Yeah, I hear nothing but good things about it. I mean, it was one of the best reviewed games of last year, if not the best reviewed game. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm excited to play it online with people, and especially the single-player campaign.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and my cousin, really, my cousin says that you're hot. That was just...
All right. Thank you, I guess. All right. Thanks for calling in, Taylor.
Okay, see you.
See you, man. All right. Thanks for calling in, Taylor. Really appreciate that. Thank you to your cousin for the compliment. Let's finish off the Yakuza trailer here. This is the last one, guys. I'm going to be wrapping up very soon. All right. Is GTA 5 an MMO or something? No, it's not an MMO. It does it in online mode where it kind of is like an MMO, I guess. They can have a whole ton of people in the city all at once doing missions and stuff like that, racing, all different kind of crazy stuff in the online mode. But the main single-player experience is not an MMO. It's a single player where you can switch between 3 different characters on the fly and see what they're doing and play different scenarios with them. Let's take another call from Leopold Stotch. Awesome name. Leopold, that is an awesome name. Welcome to the Level Up Show.
I appreciate it, man. I wanted to get your opinions on the new Call of Duty game coming out in November, Advanced Warfare. A lot of people are saying that it's going to be just like all the other games, and with the way they've been making the games lately, it's you kind of want to feel that way. But holding out optimism that Sledgehammer is going to do something new. I was wondering your thoughts.
Exactly. I don't agree with that at all. With people saying it's going to be the same old thing, and I think the fact that it's Sledgehammer speaks to that. This is an entirely new studio on Call of Duty. And what's even better about it is that they had such a long development cycle. I mean, granted, they wasted 6 months of time on their third-person Vietnam Call of Duty, but they probably had a good 2.5 years of development on Advanced Warfare. And now we've got this trilogy of Call of Duty developers with Infinity Ward, Treyarch, and now Sledgehammer. With these guys coming from Dead Space, I think they could add something really cool to the franchise, especially considering they're pulling from what seems to be Titanfall, to be honest with you. They're bringing in that Advanced Warfare feel. I think the single-player campaign is going to be mind-blowing. The question is if they have enough experience with first-person shooters and multiplayer to balance out these new abilities like boosting and all this crazy stuff. That's my one worry, because Sledgehammer isn't really known for this kind of thing. And I hope they have the other teams like Infinity Ward and Treyarch on the back of their neck saying, no, you can't do that. You got to balance this.
Absolutely. I mean, I know the one thing that outside of the multiplayers I've heard a lot of concerns about is the alternate game modes. Treyarch, of course, being known for the zombies and everything. And the question is, I've always been hearing is, what is Sledgehammer's niche going to be? The Spec Ops and stuff was big for Infinity Ward and, of course, zombies for Treyarch. And it's kind of what's Sledgehammer going to bring to the table?
Well, Infinity Ward also kind of did Aliens recently, right? Wasn't there their thing? So they kind of have Aliens, and then as you said, Treyarch does zombies. I don't know why I heard a little bit a while back that they were going to do like robots, like exoskeletons, kind of like from Terminator with like the red eyes, which I think would be pretty cool. I could see that being pretty neat, like especially considering the futuristic style of Advanced Warfare to kind of give it that Terminator 2 Judgment Day thing going on with like the endoskeletons, like the robotic endoskeletons and stuff like that. I think that would be a cool way to go. How about you?
I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic if they can pull it off. I'm very optimistic that this will turn out to be a great game. Call of Duty is a good series. It just feels like we've been getting the same game repackaged for a brand new $60 the last several years.
Well, that's what happens when you release a game every single year in the Call of Duty franchise. You're going to get rehashing and franchise fatigue, and they don't even have enough time. I mean, the people that are developing the next game have been working on it for 2 years, so they're already halfway through the game before they can hear complaints on the one before it. You know what I mean? So how do they turn back from that? They're already halfway down the cycle. They can't really take back what they've started, and therefore they can't hear feedback and they can't improve. And that's the problem, is when you have two studios doing the same franchise every other year, it doesn't leave enough time for that. But the hope now is that we have 3-year development cycles. There's going to be enough time for complaints and constructive criticism to filter through to whoever's next in the cycle, and they're able to fix those problems.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you taking my call, man. I love the show, love the new setup, and I was going to give you compliments on knowing some friends from the past. It sounded like you had Vlad the Impaler or Dracula or somebody coming around earlier.
Yeah, I had Vlad who spoke Russian or something. I don't know what was going on there.
I don't know what it was. Whatever it was creepy as hell.
It was creepy. I've had a lot of creepy calls tonight, to be honest with you.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you taking my call.
All right. Thanks so much, man. All right. From Leopold Stach, also known as Butters, that was an awesome call. Thank you so much for calling in. I really appreciate calls like that one that have great questions that promote communication and good constructive feedback. All right. So let's finish off this Yakuza trailer. All right. Mike, please tell me, where is a Tifa somewhere in that FF figure collection? I do not have Tifa. Hold on one second, guys. I can show you a little bit of other things I do have. Oh, we're getting a call. Oh no. Oh God. Oh God, I will show you all these figures in a second. Hey, Level Up Show fan, you are live.
Hey, it's me again.
Who is this?
It's me, Taylor.
Tanner?
Taylor.
Oh, Taylor. Oh, how you doing, man?
Good. I actually heard you and that other guy actually talk. Really, you got a dog. I actually heard you and the other guy talking about Advanced Warfare, which that really reminded me. Do you actually play indie games that much?
Yeah, I play a lot of indie games.
Have you ever indie games on the Xbox 360?
No, I did not have an Xbox 360, unfortunately. Which indie game are you thinking of?
A whole lot of people have been saying that The Walking Dead is actually an indie game.
I wouldn't agree with that at all. I mean, if we're talking about Walking Dead, like episodes 1 through 5, seasons 1 through 2, and stuff like that, I mean, that's done by Telltale Games, and they are by no means an indie studio.
I know they are not really an indie studio.
They might be a little smaller than your AAA team, but that's the thing is a lot of people get confused on what indie means. Just because somebody is a small team doesn't mean they're indie. Independent means that you are self-publishing. You are not, you're not like published by Sony, stuff like that. Like for instance, a lot of people consider Journey an indie game. Journey is not really necessarily an indie game. It's a very small team, but that was published by Sony, so therefore is not independent.
Right. Well, there's actually this incredibly good platformer, Super Meat Boy.
Oh yeah, definitely, and they just announced Super Meat Boy Forever. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there's if you didn't know that, yeah, Super Meat Boy Forever was announced at what was it? I think it was Gamescom this last month, and it's going to be an endless runner is what they call it, where pretty much it's instead of doing levels, it's just this constant level where you just have to keep moving and racking up points on the leaderboards and stuff like that. But it's an entirely new game. It has more bosses than the original, more levels than the original, and an entirely new story.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Well, I'm not really that much of a platformer fan. Okay. But really, that is, the only platformer game that I've actually enjoyed is actually Super Meat Boy. Mm-hmm. And have you actually tried playing the PT?
I did play PT. We talked about that a little earlier, and you can actually check out my PT archive on our YouTube. But it's really funny actually. Thank you for the Twitch art, by the way. But yeah, PT was unbelievable, and it completely took me by surprise. I had no idea that Hideo Kojima was attached. I had no idea that Del Toro was attached, or that it was Silent Hills. So I was blown away when I finally finished it 3 hours later.
Yeah, and wait, just to make sure, was that actually like the guy from The Walking Dead? Like whenever they actually got the face,
they are using his likeness as well as his voice. Yeah, his name is Norman Reedus, and he is playing the main character in Silent Hills.
Yeah, I was a big The Walking Dead show fan.
Yeah,
but now I've just died down on it since.
It's a little hit and miss, The Walking Dead. It has its good moments. Like the last season had a really awesome episode with the one with Carol specifically, but it's on and off, I agree. But, I mean, The Walking Dead games were unbelievable. Norman Reedus is an awesome actor, and I'm really excited for him to be in Silent Hills.
Yeah, his brother in the show, Daryl, I think.
Earl.
Right?
Merle, I mean.
Merle. Which the first time I actually watched. Wait, do you actually remember the episode whenever he was actually handcuffed to the roof of a building?
I do. Yeah, that was first season. Yeah.
Yeah. See, that is actually my favorite season.
Yeah, we're getting into the Walking Dead podcast now. Yeah, The Walking Dead season 1 was good, and I really liked season 3. Season 2 was a little slow, but had its great moments, like the mid-season finale. And then season 4 was just really hit and miss. It just went up and down for me. I wasn't crazy about season 4, so I'm hoping when it comes back for season 5, it really goes back to the high quality of season 3. I got to move on, to be honest with you, though, man. I got to wrap up the show, but thank you so much for calling in.
Yeah, you're welcome, and I'll just see you next time you actually do your show again.
Check us out on Sunday. We'll be on Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time.
Okay.
All right, later.
Later.
All right, guys. I'm going to shut down Skype now. That was the last call for me. But thanks so much to all the callers tonight. Really appreciate all of them. Oh my God, we're getting another one. Okay, this will be the last one. Last call. Might not be going through though. Here we go. All right, doesn't seem to be working. All right, guys, that's it. Please, no more calls on Skype. I've got to wrap up. It's almost 11:30. But guys, thank you so much, everybody that came in tonight. We got to like 150 at one point, and that's amazing. We've been talking Tokyo Game Show all night. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm Andrew. I'm from the Level Up Show. We're a gaming dedicated talk show, and our official episodes are every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Please check them out on our YouTube, the archives, if you want. It's youtube.com/The Level Up Show, level spelled LVL. Subscribe while you're there, please. We really appreciate that. If you want to be notified when we go live on Sunday, please go on twitch.tv/The Level Up Show. Spelled exactly how it sounds, and heart/follow us. That'll get you notifications when this show goes live, which is every Sunday. Let's try again with this call from Joe. Thank you, Fifth Trouble, for following us, man. I'll acknowledge all of our Twitch follows in a moment. Okay, this is just not going through for Joey. Sorry, Joe. Yeah, sorry, Joe. Not working. All right, so let's go to Twitch and acknowledge all of our follows throughout the night. Got a ton of them. All right, I'm going to go down the list here. We got GJB Ferb. We got Serpentine, Jehovah Combat. We got Platinum Tactic, V Slater, Pryo, Mr. Crad, Mean Muggin, Zeroyce 805, Zombie Rampage, ABN is Silk, Silent Symphony, Dr. Chucks, Ix the Legend, Maverick, NBS Venom, Devastation, Captain Wiggs, Sporkamus Prime, Sparta, Chris Clark, Spawn, Trinity Films, Pac-Man, Oh My God, It's Chris, JTW First 3D, Gizmore Tech, Night Flyer, Nate Dogg, Counterbalanced Media. All of you guys have followed us on Twitch tonight, and we appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for the friend request as well. Let's acknowledge those really quick. Make sure to follow us on Twitter as well, guys, at The Level Up Show, level spelled LVL. Please go on there. We're very active on our Twitter. All right, so we got a total of 37 friend requests tonight, guys. That's unbelievable. ABN is Silk, Albert92, Andy I Forgot, Ann Twizzy, Arenas, Ace1432, ETL Fam 4, B Kyle J, Cag Murph, Kali Killa, Captain Wiggas, DeWood, Doink Oink, Dranky, Fiffy, G Unit Boss, Ghostbuster, what is that? Gizmore Tech, Governor, Hydro Killer, JD Bear, Kill Xbox, King Smiley, Maverick, Oh My God, It's Richie, Pac-Man, Saga, Shimatarium, Skater, C13, Sparta, Spawn, SSS, Spike of Ice, Split Maniac, The Icelander, Trinity Films, Unknown 1234, and finally Nero 1503. Thank you, all of you, for your PSN friend requests. Guys, real quick, I'll show off the other figures I have, because I think some people were asking. This is my $350 Metal Gear Solid limited edition Snake Eater right here. This is really rare and special. Never taken out of the box. That's really special to me. We also have a whole bunch of Final Fantasy figures on top of the ones behind me. Never taken out of the box as well. We've got Auron from Final Fantasy X. We've got Tidus from Final Fantasy X. And finally, we've got Yuna from Final Fantasy X. Never taken out of the box. The ones that I did take out of the box are over there, if you can see them. Probably pretty hard, but Cloud's up there, Squall's up there. We got a bunch of stuff around the room. Is that centered?
And that's it, guys. That's it for the Level Up Show tonight. Thank you so much to everybody that came in. All right, what do we got in here? All right. Looks like just some random chat in here. Guys, thank you so much for following tonight. Thank you for all the PSN friend requests. Please, if you haven't already, make sure you go on twitch.tv/TheLevelUpShow and heart us so that you get email notifications when the show goes live. Our official episodes with the full cast and crew, that's 4 of us, as you'll see in the trailer at the end. We go live every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We are a video game talk show. We talk about all the biggest gaming industry news, and we do a topic of the week. We take calls, as I did tonight. If you want to keep track of what we're doing, go on our Twitter as well at The Level Up Show, level spelled LVL. Follow us. Like us on Facebook. Go on youtube.com/The Level Up Show, level spelled LVL. We archive every episode on there. This one tonight will also go up on YouTube, of course. If you really appreciate the show and what we're doing with it, you can donate as well on streamtip.com/T/The Level Up Show. Thank you for the friend request. We appreciate any donation to help us improve the show even further, but please feel no obligation to do that. It's just if you feel that we deserve it, I guess. And thank you to Cam Bam for the win for your Twitch heart. Really appreciate that. And finally, if you guys haven't already, you can add me on PSN. I am Drew M1788, and Mike, my co-host, who will be here on Sunday, he is Noob Guru. So guys, thank you so much. See you, Dragon Blood. See you, Trinity. Thank you for the friend request. Hush Your Mouth. Thank you so much for the compliment. You guys are all awesome. Great crowd tonight. So that's it for me. Let's play the final trailer. Thank you for the friend request. That's me. That's my co-host Mike Mayer. He'll be here Sunday. That's Mark, one of our moderators and producers, and then my wife